Let's see what Polymarket says. 94%, 94.6% chance that Zoran will win. 5% for Cuomo. I watched the press conference that where Eric Adams endorsed Cuomo. But it was very interesting. Adams gets up there because Adams was in the race. So Adams is the incumbent, and it was going to be a three-way race between Adams, Cuomo, and Mamdani. And then it turned out that Adams couldn't win. He had a corruption charge. I think Trump pardoned him. Yeah, Trump pardoned him, and there was that whole controversy over that, or decided not to prosecute, something like that. Um, and then, but then, he wasn't going to win. And then, so Adams gets up there with Cuomo and he's endorsing Cuomo to stop Mamdani. And it's funny. I was wondering how are they going to attack him? So Mamdani starts by saying that he did something very offensive to the Italian American community because he had there's a picture of Mamdani giving the middle finger to someone very important to that community. So I think he's talking about Christopher Columbus. So it's like he did this thing. He talked about how Mamdani stood with somebody who wants to target the LGBT community. He must have hung out with some Muslim leader or something. It was a very identity based thing, and he's like the people who support Mamdani. The people who support Mamdani he goes they're gentrifiers. Like we don't need these people who come and tell black and brown people how to live. So it's like a very identity based campaign. It's like the identity politics is the identity politics is it's like Italians, gay people, it's like a coalition that Mamdani is being offensive to. And then Cuomo starts talking. And Cuomo starts talking about, we're Democrats. We're not democratic socialists. We don't believe in defunding the police. We don't believe the New York NYPD is a bunch of racists. So it's a very identity. It's funny because they're like the woke ones. They are focusing on identity politics. They barely mention they say Cuomo says he's a democratic socialist. He doesn't really say why that's bad. He says, Mamdani wants he demonizes businesses. Eric Adams says something along the lines of he doesn't want you to be able, doesn't want a landlord to be able to charge enough rent. So there's a little bit of that. There's a little bit of attacks on his policies, but it's mostly about this weird identity stuff. And so I thought this was primarily a right wing thing, because if you go to right wing Twitter, it's like he's a communist. Oh yeah, we need to deport him. He's a Muslim. He's like an Islamo communist, which is just it's pure racism because he's not. I mean, he's a leftist, right? And so just it's just making an attack on him based on his color and his background, which has nothing to do with his policies, which is typical democratic socialist. It's just a completely identity based attack, this is what rightoids do these days. But the Democrats. Cuomo is doing Cuomo is doing something similar here. I don't know why more people don't jump in. I mean, this is kind of like Cuomo was damaged goods because he had those sexual assault allegations, or those sexual harassment allegations, more like it. Maybe there's been one or two cases of actual sexual assault allegations, but it's so stupid. It's like he kissed a woman on the cheek. He called somebody a mingle mama. It's so stupid, and they drove him out of politics for this. And they toppled the New York government, as Michael Tracey put it. Michael Tracey's been writing about this after talking about the Epstein accusers. He's moved on to the Cuomo accusers, and so he's become a defender of wrongly accused men. That's kind of become his beat. So that's going on. Mamdani's likely to win. It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun because you're going to see the rightoids melt down, and you're going to see, he's either going to moderate or he's going to rule like a socialist. And the great thing about democracy, the great thing about federalism is you can't force people to stay in New York City. I mean, he can, even the biggest city in the country can decline if you actually go all out on these kind of policies. And so, that's going to be It's going to be fun to watch. It's going to be fun to watch culturally. Like Trump is just going to run against Mamdani. It's like this foreigner, this Muslim. It's like this. I mean, these congressmen, they're just disgusting. Like you can't, like these Republicans, like no civilized person can be on their side. Andy Ogles, I think is how you pronounce his name, is some congressman from the middle of nowhere, and he has a thing like, "Oh, New York City, never forget this morning," and it's like a picture of a plane, the plane hitting the twin towers. It's like, oh, after 25 years after September 11th, you guys are electing, Osama bin Laden's protege or something. It really is. It's just disgusting. You can't have a country like this. You can't have you just, they were so surprised that Nick Fuentes is like taking over. This is how like normal Republican congressmen talk. There's this one guy, Randy Fine, who's giant, 400-pounder probably, from Florida. In the same speech, he's saying we're going to need to deport Mamdani, and also saying, we have to stand firm against anti-Semitism, right? You just want there to be like a fascist regime that includes Jews, and says that non-white people and Muslims are outside of the outside of the national community. It doesn't work. It's not plausible. You've opened the door to this, and of course, Fuentes is going to walk through. Yeah, what else is going on? California is going to vote on redistricting. You know what? I did not vote. I got a letter in the mail. I just didn't care enough to vote. I used to not. Sometimes I would not vote on principle because of libertarianism, and then I started believed in democracy, and then I started to vote because of that. And this time, I just didn't vote because I was lazy. You know what? I could still do it. I think my ballot is here. Let's fill out my ballot together. Okay. Yeah. Cool. Okay. Here's my ballot. Let's see what's on here. I could mail it today. Statewide special election. Okay. I got a sticker. See? Okay. I can request a ballot. I can drop it off next to me. Okay. Um, yes or no? Authorizes temporary changes to congressional district maps. Here's the question about the redistricting. Uh Maps in response to Texas's partisan redistricting. Oh, they put that in there. They put that on the ballot. It says authorizes temporary changes to congressional district maps in response to Texas's partisan redistricting legislative constitutional amendment. Okay, so requires temporary use of new congressional district maps through 2030. You know what? I'm going to tell people on Twitter this. Uh, Come join me. Okay, so I'm going to say, well, I think what the Republicans are doing is unfair, and so I will vote yes on this as soon as I can find a pen. Okay, I have this pen. I don't know where this came from, but this is what I have. So I'm going to vote yes on Measure 50 to fight Trump's fascism. Okay, proud of myself. Let's see. Is there anything else here? Wait, is this the only thing? Oh, that's the entire ballot. I thought there was something else going on. Okay. Well, wait. So they call. Okay, so I haven't been following the news enough. That's the entire ballot. How about that? Okay, that's the end of it. Yeah, I don't know. I think this thing is supposed to pass. Yeah, Trump really just does go out of his way to kind of break all norms. He just that's when he goes. He goes to Texas and just tells them, Texas doesn't want to do it themselves, and Trump says, no, you got to get me some extra seats. Okay. The other thing is there's a mayoral race in New Jersey. I like the New Jersey candidate. The Republican candidate. Let me see. I remember these people's names. New Jersey. Let's talk about Virginia first. Virginia. Now, Abigail Spanberger, she's like a resistance mom, CIA type, who became, uh, pretty for her age. Um, she became, she came into Congress, I think, like in response to Trump. It might have been like 2018, this big wave election where all the normie suburban women rose up against Trump. Is that right? So she was in Congress. She's 46. She's got three children. See, just normal bureaucrat white woman who believes in the system, not like this Trump guy, not like these MAGAs. So CIA, 2006 to 2014. Yeah, 2018 was her first election, and then she lose? Um, she won with 51% in 2020, and then 2020. Uh, yeah, and so she ran for election, blah, 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 so yeah, and so she lost 52 to 48. Okay, so she won in 2020. She lost in 2022. Now she's running for governor of Virginia. Glenn Youngkin did some good stuff on DEI. I talked to Brian Kaplan about what's going on at George Mason. I don't think so. Spamberger is the kind of politician I like, just because she's a white woman who believes in the system. This woman she's running against is going to lose. I mean, Spamberger's almost sure to win. Winston Earl Sears. She's like this black woman who's like, yeah, I love my Second Amendment, and if you touch a fetus, we're gonna blow your head off. I mean, just terrible, just like the worst kind of, it's the kind of these black Republican novelty act types. And so, yeah, I mean, I don't like Winston Earl Sears. I don't like the fact that people like this rise in the Republican Party just because they're black. And she's also got three children, interestingly. So you have woman with three children running against a woman with three children. How about that? That's interesting. Is that like, I wonder how many times that's happened in American history? A woman with at least three children running against another woman with at least three children. That could be the first time in history. It's pretty rare. Let me see. Let's ask if ChatGPT. Has there ever been a gubernatorial election in the U.S. where both major candidates were women with at least three children? This is what live stream is for. It's to get distracted by these things. 1986, Nebraska. Okay. Oh, no. They said one of them had two children, and one of them had one child. Yeah, I mean, this could be the first time this has ever happened in American history, which is interesting. But anyways, Spanberger is like the kind of like normal person. Like she's a liberal. She's a Democrat. She's not going to be the person that I agree with on most things, but not just like a kind of the kind of intellectual and kind of cultural disaster that someone like Winsome Earl Sears is. Even if I agree with her on something. She's like, moderate on immigration, which is not something, she's been like openly moderate against some Biden's immigration policies. She was like she talked about inflation. She tweeted criticism of Trump's reaction to George Floyd protests. Yeah, she called him a totalitarian, which is all true. Being very anti-Trump is good. So, anyways, so yeah, so she's gonna win. Hopefully Virginia will have good. Well, hopefully they'll have reasonable politics in Virginia and not go back on the DEI stuff. And she's got, I think, I think the legislature, I think, is either split or is the legislature also on the line today? Let's see. Yeah, I don't know. But anyways, Virginia is a very, very evenly divided state at the state level. And eventually Republicans will have to become serious people and nominate. Like they nominated a serious person, Youngkin, and then he won, and then they go to nominate this clown woman the next time. So they can do either one, and they need to be like they just need to be serious people, but they're not. It's kind of I don't know. It's kind of random. It's like the same electorate can go for one or the other. Winsome Sears was the lieutenant governor. So how did she become lieutenant governor? Yeah, so the lieutenant governor in Virginia run separately, or do they run on the same ticket? Let's see here. In 2022, she criticized Trump and she said she wouldn't accept him running again after the 2022, and then she changed her position, of course. Yeah, okay, so she won the nomination. So the lieutenant governor is runs on a separate ticket. They're not on the same ticket, but it's a different election. So, like Mark Robinson, when he was running for governor, there was a different lieutenant governor. That's apparently South Carolina, Virginia, maybe other southern states too. No, Mark Robinson was North Carolina, right? Um, and so she won 54 to 46. So Young Kim got the nomination for governor, and she won the nomination for lieutenant governor, and that's how we ended up with this crazy woman. Young Kim did not pick her. Um, yeah, the man she beat was named Tim Hugo. I don't know much about him, but he must have been more normal than Winston Earl Sears. So like they love these buffoonish black candidates. They love these Mark Robinson. They love their uh, Winston Earl Sears. There's this funny video that the Spamberger campaign put out where it's like Earl Sears looking crazy and like talking about like coming after like people who support abortion rights, like gonna get theirs, and she's talking about guns. It's like a kind of Willie Hornad, but it's like the Democrat with like her nice looking white family criticizing the Republican for being a gun toting like religious fundamentalist crazy person. And so this is part of the realignment. I mean, it's a funny kind of thing where it's like there's this cross racial coalition where just Republicans love these people. You don't see interestingly, you in the South, you don't see like rednecks like becoming like nominated. I guess Tommy Tuberville, like completely brain damaged. They like it's like among whites in the South on the Republican side, like it's still kind of more of an elite class. But then when they have blacks, southern blacks on the Republican side, they're often novelty characters. Like Tim Scott is not a novelty character, kind of a mediocrity, but pushed because of his race. So like these white Southerners just love their based blacks. And so yeah, this is how you end up with someone like Winsome Earl Sears. Okay. Um, so that's fun. It's a fun race. Mamdani is a fun race. Mamdani and Cuomo is a fun race. The Virginia governor race. Now the New York governor race is or the New Jersey, sorry, New Jersey gubernatorial election. And so this is fun because it's a woman named Mickey Sherrill, and then the guy named Jake Chiatrelli. Is it Ciatrelli or Chiatrelli? Benny Jack, sorry, Jack, not Jake. And this guy is like, I guess like Jack Posobiec and like Benny Johnson are competing for him. But he's trying to like be a little bit different from Trump. He's trying to make some distance from Trump, but like Hannity is like, promoting him. Like they love the idea of picking up a Democratic seat, a Democratic governorship in a Democratic state. Let's see what's up with Michael Tracey, by the way. Okay, Michael Tracey is still missing. Yeah. And one thing I don't like this guy, this Jack Ciccarelli, was I saw him running an campaign ads attacking Cheryl, this woman, for being a YIMBY, for wanting skyscrapers in the suburbs. Like Northeast Republicans really are the worst people because they are like strong NIMBYs. They really run on the idea that nobody should be able to build anything. And so this guy, I mean, is supported by these MAGA influencers. He's anti YIMBY. I'm very negatively inclined towards him. Let's see. Let's see if there's a Wikipedia page, if we can learn anything more about this race that's worth knowing. Yeah, nothing. It doesn't tell you. Let's see. It just has like where is the issues? Yeah, there's nothing about issues. You go to the Wikipedia page. Yeah, I guess it's typical Democrat versus typical Republican. Let's see. Let's see. Well, maybe we go to Chitrelli's Wikipedia page and see what kind of policies he supports. He has said he is in favor of abortion rights prior to 20 weeks. Okay, so that's interesting. He's got a chance in New Jersey, and this is, by the way, a close race. I mean, it's like 5 points in the Democratic side, so it could go the other way. Let's see what Polymarket says. Polymarket, New Jersey governor's race. Let's see what it says. Okay, it's got Mickey Sherrill at 87%. He's 14%. So she's not as likely as Mamdani to win, who's at 95%. She's at 87%. So yeah, the Republican is probably not going to win, but 14% is a puncher's chance. Um, Citrelli's favor of abortion rights prior to 20 weeks, but supports. So this is very, very moderate for a Republican, and this is maybe why he's close, right? This is he did not support overturning Roe v. Wade, right? He called Trump a charlatan in 2015. Um, and then in 2020, he was headlining "Stop the Steal" rally. Yeah. Uh, okay, so he supports driver's license for illegal immigrants. Well, that's it. Well, in 2021, he supported. Okay, interesting. In 2012, he voted to recognize same-sex marriage. Okay, that's interesting too. So, he's relatively pro-abortion, pro-gay marriage. Um, he doesn't want to be teaching LGBT in schools. Yeah, he's expressed support for gay marriage. So he's for gay marriage, he's for early abortion, and he's against building things. I don't know how strongly that being against building. I wonder on this yeah, this YIMBY thing. I wonder even if a Republican still might be better than a Democrat. Even like a NIMBY Republican might be better than a YIMBY Democrat, unless it's like someone really focused on this issue. Just because Democrats are like, it's like most people become, they're like most things that are done in the NIMBY direction are done because of labor unions or environmental law. So you could be there, not, not necessarily trying to be a NIMBY, but if you support labor unions and if you support environmental groups, you're going to just, as a consequence, make it harder to build things. So even, I don't know, maybe I should throw my hat behind Citrelli. Not paying attention enough, but um, yeah, I don't, I have this guy rubbed me the wrong way based on who supports him and based on the kind of commercials he's running. Okay, is there anything else going on? Are those all the elections? Galel of Fortune says, Jaleel, I'm a Jew from New York, obviously worried about Mamdani socialism, but how seriously do you think we should take his anti-Semitism? Not seriously at all. Like, what do you think he's going to do to you? I mean, he doesn't control foreign policy. So like, what are you worried? What are you worried about exactly? He's gonna like, go demagogue. No, it's. I don't think he's anti-Semitic. I think that leftists who are opposed to Israel are not necessarily anti-Semitic. I think rightists who oppose Israel are anti-Semitic because they are. They often think that Jews organized Jewry is itself a problem. But anyway, even if he was anti-Semitic, I don't see what he would do to Jews um, as as mayor of New York City. Hmm. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna find Michael. I'm gonna find him by texting him. Uh, let's see. Maybe I'll talk about Heritage and Fuentes a little bit. Rufo has a take up Fuentes. Okay, we'll look at that later. Um, yeah, I have a piece coming out tomorrow, just basically saying that Fuentes is a preview here. Fuentes is like a more honest version of MAGA, because the MAGAs, they love to do this. The NatCons, they love to go around saying we are a nation, not an economy. Oh, I have ancestors here. Like Vance has said this. Like, you can't tell me what to do. Apparently, Michael got into some fight with Curtis Sliwa just now. Maybe that's why he's late. Well, that's interesting. How do you know this? From Twitter? Let's go see what this is. Anyways, you'll see my article tomorrow. Heritage fallout. Tom Jones, head of the American Accountability Foundation, sent an email to Hill offices warning them not to hire deceitful, honorable staff hires. Subtweeted uh, Kevin Roberts with messages like "Nazi are bad." Ah, that's funny. There's something called the American Accountability. Yeah, these people, these people, these rightoids. Michael tweeted. Okay, let's go to Michael's. I got distracted by this. Michael Tracey. Just ask Curtis Sliwa if he had some bad blood with Trump back on the streets of Queens in 1980s, and that's why Trump is endorsing Cuomo and giving Curtis such a hard time. Sliwa says Trump should focus on solving the war in Ukraine. Where's recent NYC? Okay, so that's for that one tweet. Okay, so uh, Michael. Yes, here's the kind of question I like. Richard, how do you feel to be so accurate in predicting the conversation? Your writing was spot on. Yeah, I mean, I've been talking about the rightist, and somebody was telling me, "Oh, you supported Trump, like you haven't been talking to." Like, no, like the last like 3 or 4 years, I've been talking about how the Republican Party is becoming crazier and more extreme, and the base ritual. That was all before the Trump election. I just said maybe there's enough of establishment Republicans around to make Trump kind of sensible and have policy that's not so bad. It was much worse than I expected, but I was talking about like I thought that it was headed towards corporatization for the last I don't know 3 years, 4 years, or something like that. I thought it was becoming more like what exactly the bad thing it was heading towards. It was more like it was just going to become dumber and more conspiratorial. Like now it's like a little bit veering towards like explicitly Nazi, but either way, I mean, it's going to someplace very very bad, and we are not like nobody like people are in denial. Um, People don't understand like you can't have a movement where like the most popular podcasters in the country are Tucker Carlson and Candace Owens. Like that's you're already lost. Like this Fuentes thing. It's like Fuentes is sane. Fuentes is way saner than Tucker or Candace. He's just more racist. And but this is what you're picking about. This is what the right wing audience wants. The right wing audience is trash. The most popular podcasts in the country on the left are New York Times and NPR, right? Like, whatever you think of them, like people who are connected to reality, like people who actually want to know something. A person who's listening to Tucker or Candace and like thinking they have insights is insane. Like you wouldn't trust them to walk your dog. I mean, they are out of their minds. Um, yeah, here's somebody. Conservatives always go around saying you're going back to random minorities that freak out about Fuentes. Some people are just in denial. I mean, you do have to pay attention to the comment section. You could have to spend there all day reading Twitter comments, but like just get enough of a sample and see how like all the energy on the right is with people who are racist or conspiratorial or crazy. And that's like you could look at the comment section, or you could look at like the top podcasts in the country, or like where Trump gets pushback from his base. Right? These people are like, oh, it's all like no, like we see the group chats, we see, people being quoted in position to know saying like 40% of young Republicans are like groypers. Like this is not like a thing people are just making up are looking for. This is the dominant trend. Like Ben Shapiro is also like one of the top 10 news podcasts in the country. He's not as high as Tucker or Candace, but he's just grandfathered in. He's like the only personality who is not some kind of conspiracist or ethno-national. He is an ethno-nationalist on behalf of Jews, obviously. But yeah, he is. Let's see. But he's not a white ethno-nationalist in the American sense, and like he's the only person who has a prominent position in the conservative media system, and he's just grandfathered in. If Ben Shapiro was coming up today, he wouldn't have an audience because there's nobody who wants conservatism without racism or conspiracy theories. Let's see. I'm going to send an invite now to, let's see, how do you invite someone? Will violent crime increase in NYC under Mamdani? I mean, it depends on what he does. Like, it's politically difficult. Like if people are going to be very hypersensitive to any increase in crime. This is like democracy kind of working in this case because it goes up a little bit. Here's Michael Tracey. Okay, I'm gonna invite Michael Tracey, and then like he might just be like really paranoid, and he has to do what it takes to keep crime down, right? So like you don't know; it's hard to predict. Um, So, Michael, what are you doing? Are you out in you're out in public? I see.
I'm in public. Yes.
I hear some Germans in the background.
Oh, should I? I'm gonna move. If there's, you can hear that. If there's like a radio piping in the background.
Yeah, tweet this out. Tell people you want to talk about your fight with Curtis Sliwa.
I just posted it. If you want to pull it up.
Yeah, I looked at it. Yeah.
I'm gonna move away. I mean, it wasn't
Michael,
really a fight. It wasn't even really a fight. People are so afraid to mix it up. That's the whole point of, especially covering a New York City mayoral race. I mean, are you kidding?
Put a reply to that tweet, and then put this link.
Hold on, I'm setting up my computer at a different spot.
All right, I'm gonna reply to you and put it there so people can see it. Join me. Michael's internet connection is unstable. Oh no.
Is it?
That's what the alert says.
It says I have full 5G right now, so it should be good.
Okay, the audience can tell me. I can see you, but the audience can say if they have any problems. Okay, so yeah, I didn't see you posted a video. I see you just posted a video now.
It's the audio.
Let's see here. And then he screamed at you. That's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah. Okay. So
I'll pull it up because I want to watch it. You.
Okay. It's just the audio.
Yeah, and while I'm doing that,
there's video. There's video somewhere, but I can't find it right yet.
Well, it's on your. Isn't it on your Twitter feed?
No, I'm saying the video that I posted is just the audio. Okay.
Oh, I see.
There should be a video version somewhere.
You almost seem to have,
okay, let's see.
Seem to have such vitriol.
People can hear this
for Cuomo, but less so for Zoran, who you almost seem to have a begrudging admiration for on some level, just given his political savvy, if nothing else. And what do you make of Cuomo's aides saying, "Oh, Sliwa did a deal with Zoran," and you're angling for some position? I don't know, animal welfare czar in the Zoran administration.
Is that something he's so interested in? Animal welfare czar? Is that something he's talked about? Is that?
Well, he created his own ballot line to supplement his Republican ballot line. So he's running as a Republican and also a member of like the Animal Welfare Party.
So
he famously has like 17 cats in his apartment that he saved.
So Musk was talking about this. Like, I guess you appear on the ballot multiple times if you have multiple parties that endorsed you.
You can appear with multiple ballot lines. Yeah, I mean, New York is a bizarre system.
Is there any limit on that?
The Democratic. No, there isn't really. Remember, Cuomo lost the Democratic primary in June, so he's on the ballot in the general election as an independent.
I can create 100. I can create 100 fake parties, get my name on the ballot 100 times, and just dominate the ballot.
Well, I mean, there's some requirement. I don't remember exactly what it is, but pretty much, yeah, you can do that.
Okay, let's see what this animal welfares are. Okay.
And the rest of you journalists, every day
the way he says that, journalists.
You're going to drop out.
I never said that.
Everybody. And how many times did I say I'm not dropping out?
Oh,
every day, freaking day.
He is.
Instead of asking me about issues, they ask me about
nonsense. He is such a good fellow.
Am I partnering up with Zoran Mondami?
Pause for a second.
Okay.
Here's my impression of him. I ride the subway every day. All right, every day I'm on the subway. He says that a million times. Go ahead.
Zoran Mondami. There would be no Zoran Mondami if he would have won a campaign. There would be no Zoran Mondami if Eric Adams had done a halfway decent job as mayor. He turned out to be a crook. And so everybody looks at Andrew Cuomo and they look at Eric Adams and they say, I don't want to go back to those dark days. 9 people indicted who were with Cuomo in the Buffalo Billions deal. His very dear friend, Elon Musk, who stole $1 billion out of our pocket.
What's he talking about? Elon Musk stole $1 billion out of his pocket?
He's saying Elon, because Elon endorsed Cuomo yesterday. Did you see that?
Yeah, Trump. I wonder if that was like a kind of 4D chess. Like Trump wants Mamdani to like be a punching bag.
I don't know, but But there was this whole like scandal when Cuomo was governor of the Buffalo Billions. It was like an economic development thing in Buffalo. And I guess there's a claim that Elon stole $1 million or something from it. I'm not aware.
Well, was there like a Tesla? Was there like a Tesla something or something kind of plant or
maybe.
something?
I honestly don't know. I never heard that before.
Okay, let's see.
It's in that deal. And what? Made 25 solar panels. All that money.
It's supposed to be
and
solar
9
panels.
Cuomo's cronies went to jail. No. Corruption starts with Cuomo and Eric Adams. I have nothing to do with Zoran Mondami. In fact, when he was on the stage and he said, "Oh, I would rank George Curtis Lee," I said, "Don't be glazing me. I have nothing in common with you."
This word "glaze it." I just started hearing it. Is this something the kids say, or is this an older phrase? Like I'm at his age.
Is that like is that like a reference to like ejaculation or something?
I don't know, but like you're sucking up to somebody. You're glazing. Yeah. You're like licking them, and you're making them.
Curtis thinks he's very hip. He thinks he's down with like the youth lingo.
Well, apparently he is. I don't know. Like this could be an old thing that became new again. I don't know. And I have only started hearing it recently. It's something black folks say. Somebody says.
Political enemies. There is no difference between Andrew Cuomo and Zoran Mondami. They are pro-crime. They are raised the age that almost killed the life of my oldest son, Anthony. They are for no cash bail. They are for turning.
Who almost killed his son, Anthony?
He was saying that his New York City politics is so funny. So he has a son that he had with the current one of his ex-wives is the current DA of Queens County, Melinda Katz.
Okay.
And he had 2 sons with her, and they're Jewish because Melinda's Jewish. And now her new husband is the former governor, David Patterson. And so there was an episode either this year or last year where one of the sons was like surrounded, or he was getting ready to have his ass beat by people on the street, and then David Patterson intervened and saved the son or something.
Okay, so the crime. So Cuomo and okay.
On Rikers Island. So who has more in common with Zoran Mondami? The architect, Andrew Cuomo, when he was governor, and his apprentice.
Is he an architect?
So back when Cuomo was actually trying to mollify the progressives in the Democratic Party, he did do some of like the criminal justice reform stuff, such as cashless bail. I don't know the exact details off the top of my head, but that's what Curtis Lee was referring to.
Okay. Mondami,
meaning the guy that attacked his son. Meaning the guy that attacked his son, or the would-be attacker of his son, was let out back on the streets thanks to the policy of Cuomo.
Okay, so it's a legitimate thing.
By Rudy Giuliani and George Pataki as the law and order candidate.
Well, they're having a Bloomberg.
I'm the real deal. I'm keeping it real. There's misinformation.
Bloomberg backs Cuomo.
Cuomo back Cuomo. Okay. Oh yeah, Bloomberg wanted back. Yeah. Wait, so Giuliani, of course. Pataki, I don't know what's happened to Pataki. Giuliani, I'm not surprised. I'm surprised Giuliani is they're able to make statements.
Well, you got to remember when Pataki was elected governor very unexpectedly in 1994. He defeated Cuomo's father, Mario. So it goes back that long.
But this campaign has gotten down to Andrew Cuomo.
You're endorsing by Pataki, but not Donald Trump. He's the Republican president.
Well, no. And I said he has a right to his own opinion. Of course he does. The world. Curtis, no doubt about it.
Curtis, are you afraid to criticize Donald Trump?
I call him Curtis. Do you know him?
I don't know. He seems like a casual guy.
Presumption.
I've talked to him a few times before. Yeah.
Okay.
He endorsed the guy who you're declaring to be this Voldemort figure or this villainous figure who is insanely corrupt. He's saying everybody must vote for Andrew Cuomo. You're willing to spew plenty of vitriol at Cuomo, rightly or not. And then when Trump comes up, he says, "Oh, he has a right to his opinion." I've never known you to be so tepid.
He has a right to his opinion. He's waiting before the mayoral election. He endorsed originally Eric.
It's so funny. Pause it for a second. I love New York City Republicans are the funniest people on earth. I love them. I try to spend as much time with them as I can, and they don't know what to do right now because Trump is pulled the rug out from under them. Because remember, it's not just a matter of the mayoral candidate; it's a matter of the entire Republican line. So, like council candidates, lower office candidates. And there has been an active campaign, among New York City Republicans in favor of Sliwa. Now he's been abandoned by like his top financial benefactor, John Catsimatidis, who's the proprietor of the WABC radio station, which is basically like ground zero for Republicans in New York, and others. But for Trump to say vote for Cuomo, that damages the down ballot Republicans as well. And so I talked at this event in Queens that I was at with Sliwa to this Republican councilwoman whose district we're in right now. So this is a Republican area, actually. And I'm like, so what do you make of Donald Trump? Because I actually asked Sliwa a different question. He didn't give his animated answer, so I didn't put it in this sequence. But Trump didn't just endorse Cuomo last night, as though what he said before is he prefers a bad Democrat to a communist, therefore vote Cuomo, right? But last night he actually said that Cuomo's capable of doing a, quote, fantastic job. So I put that to this councilwoman who's a Republican, and she was like, yeah, I love my president. I would never say anything bad about my president, but I have to disagree. Like, they can't say anything bad about Trump.
Well, that's fair. What do you want them to do? Oh, Trump is a senile old man.
I don't want them to do anything. I don't want them to do anything. I'm just pointing out the bind that they're in.
Okay. Let's got 30 more seconds.
He hasn't endorsed me. I would have welcomed his endorsement, but it wasn't forthcoming. But again, this is an election about the people. It's not an election about the president or anyone else. He's free to weigh in. We'll see by tonight if his endorsement of Cuomo in the last waning seconds, where Cuomo tells Republicans, see, he's endorsing me, but Democrats, no, he didn't endorse me. If that technology works. I don't think it will.
Technology?
All right, thank you guys.
I don't know. He comes up with all these bizarre coinages. In the first question, I asked him about just the general Trump endorsement, meaning the enthusiasm of it, with Trump saying that Cuomo could do a fantastic job, right? It wasn't just this begrudging endorsement, at least last night, with the Truth Social statement. And Sliwa was like, yeah, he's better off trying to solve the war in Ukraine rather than the New York City mayoral.
Yeah. Well, that wasn't in the video, right? So it was a longer exchange.
That wasn't in the video. I mean, it was a longer exchange. I should have posted that part as well. But I wanted to get immediately to the screaming part.
Yeah.
All right. So in general,
tweet or link. Tweet this link under the. You retweeted.
I did.
Me. But you should do tweet under the tweet of the Sliwa video, which is gonna go viral.
Whatever.
Come on, we want an audience. People need our insights. People need guidance.
I don't know. I don't know if it's going to go viral. I mean, I think I've been shadow banned on X because of my Epstein stuff.
You think so? You've been shadow banned
I mean, my engagement went way down in like July when I first got involved in the Epstein stuff really intensively. And I've lost like several thousand. I haven't gained any followers ever since.
Why would it work? Why would it work like that? Because people would be interested in the Epstein stuff, even if they want to yell at you. Like, people yell at you, and then you sometimes keep going even more viral. So why would that work like that?
I don't know. I see a Hasidic Jew. Should I ask him who he voted for? Can you see him?
No, I can't see him. Yeah, is that guy in a coat?
Yeah, it's
okay. Ask him. Hey, Jew.
I'll ask him.
This is going to be.
I'm going to shout out to him. He's. I'll go over to him right now. Watch.
He's going to accuse you of anti-Semitism. He's going to mace you.
Excuse me, sir. How you doing? I'm a journalist. Did you vote in the election today? Sure. Can I ask who you voted for? Was it Cuomo? I just want to know your logic, your rationale.
It's Cuomo.
It was Cuomo? Okay, this guy did vote for Cuomo. Could you explain why?
I'm really in a rush.
You're in a rush?
Yeah. Someone's here for me.
Tell him you'll walk with him.
For whom did you vote?
I'm a journalist. We're on a live stream right now.
So for whom did you vote?
Well, I live in Jersey City, actually. So I voted for Jack Ciattarelli, the Republican gubernatorial candidate, and I voted for Jim McGreevey, who's running for mayor in Jersey City. But I guess we
were a little bit nervous with Mandani.
Right.
Because we're not sure with him.
Right.
His liberalism too much.
What do you think about his stance on Israel?
This may also be a problem. But
Yeah.
talk.
Okay. There you go, live man on the street.
Michael Tracey
I'm
literally interviewing random Jews in New York City and asking them how. Join
You
us
see,
on
he
the
was
street.
hesitant to tell me in this. He was
Yeah, he
hesitant
didn't
to
want.
tell
He
me
didn't want
initially,
you
but
to
I got
think he had. He didn't want you to think he had dual loyalties.
what, voting for Cuomo means you have dual loyalty?
Well, maybe if it was too much about Israel, if he was like, oh yes, he's gonna, that's maybe he's paying attention to the Goiper discourse. I love New York. I love New York City. I love the way that people talk. I love like you just go out and you find these stock characters of like different ethnicities and groups. That's awesome.
It is amazing. It is amazing. Just the past couple days have been amazing. Like I went to yesterday. So I spent Sunday on Staten Island. Okay, Staten Island is, I swear to God, the funniest place in all of America. Because it's like the big Republican enclave in New York City. Just like imagine the characters.
Yeah.
So you meet so many people out of central casting, right? I don't know if you saw the little article that I did for Substack, but like I pretty much identified a new species of voter, which is the begrudging Cuomo voter, meaning the people who were making a strategic sort of last minute decision to vote for Cuomo because he's the only viable option, right? And Trump reinforced that last night. But then yesterday I was following Cuomo around, and I went to Brownsville, Brooklyn, which is one of the most destitute, if not the most destitute parts of the whole city. It's like overwhelmingly black. And we went to a senior center in Brownsville, which was all these older black ladies who were like chanting Cuomo.
Yeah. You know what? I listened to
and then from there I went back to Staten Island to a pizza place. And then then last night I went to Astoria, Queens, which is like one of the big left-wing havens, right? That's like Zoran territory. And was like amongst these like DSA people. Now, then this morning I'm in Middle Village, Queens, which is like King of Queens. I don't know if you know the show. Territory, which is more Republican. I mean, it really is interesting if you ever get a chance to do like a political geography survey of New York City.
Yeah. So I'm gonna live in New York. So when my children are grown, Michael, I'm gonna come live with you, and we're gonna do live streams with all the characters, all the ethnic characters of New York City in one day. That's my dream.
You said like 6 months ago I'm moving to DC, and then
I say things. I say a lot of things, but I'm a family man, unfortunately. Anyways, I read your article, but I did not watch the video of them chanting at the senior center. So let me just play this real fast. No. All right, that's fun.
And then I did a little interview with one of the ladies, and she was like, "We don't know about that Zophon," or like she didn't even know. She refused to even learn how to pronounce his name.
Yeah. I'm assuming he's probably.
I wouldn't even consider. Yeah,
Cuomo's base is probably blacks and ethnic whites, I assume, and like new immigrants are first Mamdani. Is that how it works?
Well, and Jews. I mean, there are stampedes of Jews rushing out to vote for Cuomo.
And
he went and like had to solicit the endorsements of these like different clans, right, in the Hasidim. So like there are different divisions and factions that have like rivalries amongst themselves, and they had this big meeting last week, I think, where they joined together and like met with Cuomo and then issued this endorsement. And then there was like a rumor that one of like a splinter leader within this I forget the name of the sect now, was going to actually be endorsing Zoran. And then that was overridden by like the superiors. It's just so funny.
Yeah, it really is like the Middle East. I mean, they talk about Zoran. Do you see this stuff like Islamo-communism? It's like kind of the Orthodox Jews seem like closer to kind of a third world politics kind of thing.
Yeah, somewhat in that they take direct. I mean, the way to get there, you can't really, because think about it, you can't really campaign to them directly. You can't, especially the women. The women won't talk to you. If you're like a male canvasser or something. So the only way to get their endorsement sort of as a block is to go to the sectarian leadership.
New York City percentage Jewish. What percentage of New York City are Orthodox Jews? So 12% of Jewish total. So maybe it's, let's see here. Yeah, I don't know. It's probably substantial. It's probably like 5% or something. But Zoran's base, I assume, is like what? Like people earning 150,000 or something and barely getting by in New York City. Uh,
Um,
Professionals. Is that it?
so I don't know how familiar you are with the geography, but think of like Long Island City, think of like Greenpoint, Lower East Side. It's the more like classically not lower class, because that would be Cuomo, right? Brownsville is Cuomo.
Mm.
But lower middle class, maybe relatively speaking, in New York City. Whereas, and then the richest parts, like Upper West Side or places like that, they're going to be Cuomo.
So it's like
Zora,
lower middle class in New York City. Like you might be like a lawyer or something, right? I mean, you might make like
yeah, exactly.
140,000 a year. Like you probably
yeah,
are.
exactly.
Yeah, so they're rich, but they're poor for New York City, or middle class for New York City. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. That seems to be what I'm thinking. Why did you vote for that Chitrelli guy, by the way?
Oh, because I never revealed this at the time, but I voted for him in 2021 as well. I felt it's almost like you. I felt like a hyper reactionary because I voted for him because at the time Murphy, the current incumbent Democratic governor who served 2 terms too many, he had these COVID policies going where every day I would see these little groups of 5-year-olds literally being like walked around by their teacher outside where they would all be required to wear their masks. And it was a minor thing, but like it was just so irritating and so
No, I was a one issue voter on I was a one issue voter on children masking too. So you remained loyal to him all this time?
It's not that I'm loyal to him, it's that he's just like a Republican moderate squish, essentially. So it's not that big of a deal one way or another. I don't like Mikey Sherrill because in 2018 she won her seat in Congress, and she won in the district in New Jersey that I grew up with, which was Republican since before I had been born. So Republican before 1988 up to 2018, and she was one of these like national security women that the Democratic Congressional Campaign Committee recruited with like Alyssa Slotkin and Abigail Spanberger.
Oh yeah. I love those women. Yeah,
and it's like, oh, they're all CIA. They're all like CIA or naval aviators with like hardcore intel training and stuff. I hate them. That was my own preference, right? So I didn't want to vindicate. I knew I would never vindicate in the long term this like Democratic Party strategy of elevating these women, and they're all like performatively moderate, right? But moderate in like an annoying, very contrived, calculated way, not because it's like a genuine belief or anything. And she's run a horrible campaign. She tried to inject Epstein. I actually asked Jack Chitterelli about Epstein. He said, "Yeah, release the files," which of course doesn't mean anything. She won't endorse, like Megan, who was with me when we went to the New Jersey gubernatorial debate, asked Mikey Sherrill, will you reciprocate the endorsement of Zoran? Because remember, Zoran since June has been trying to moderate. He wants any Democrat who's like middle of the road to back him, right? So he'll accept an endorsement from anybody. And so somebody asked him in an interview, would you endorse Mikey Sherrill, who was the gubernatorial nominee in New Jersey? Because, there's a lot of bi-state entities that the governor of New Jersey and the governor of New York and the mayor of New York City have to collaborate on. Like the Port Authority, I don't know if you know it, it runs like the bridges, tunnels, airports, etc.
Yeah, I learned about it during the Chris Christie. Yeah, during the Chris Christie.
Yeah, exactly. But Mikey Sherrill, because she's like just jam-packed with consultants who are like calibrating her every move, she says, oh, I'm not even going to comment on the New York City mayoral race as though it's irrelevant. I mean, there could not be a more relevant race for New Jersey. I mean, it's such a joint economic and transit area and like commuters, etc. And she pretends to have no opinion on whether she supports the Democratic nominee in the New York City mayoral race. So she's just so annoying. And so I had to vote against her.
That makes sense. I read
that not from New Jersey. She's not from. She's from Virginia. Jack, whether you like him or not, he really is like an Ellis Island, New Jersey guy.
Oh, look at you! Jersey nationalist. Where are they at? Where are they at?
I'm doing blood and soil. Oh, and then on the pumping gas, that's another thing. Mikey equivocated on pumping gas. That's my proudest. That's the proudest legacy of New Jersey. And if she's going to equivocate on that,
wait, so
I want somebody who's going to.
Jack wants to keep them pumping your gas. You're not being allowed to pump your gas.
Yeah, that's absolutely.
That's so retarded. You know, you're allowed
And
in other states.
No.
You're legally allowed. You could, if you like it, you could open a gas station where they have your gas for you.
No, never.
Okay.
Never allowing it. Over my dead body.
Yeah. So I read in the Times that this Chitrelli guy, like apparently a bunch of MAGA influencers were like going there to campaign for him, Posobiec and like all these people.
Jack Posobiec, Benny Johnson flooded in. They had a big rally at it's just like the
See, I would have voted. Yeah, I would have voted the other way just for that.
Yeah, I mean they didn't help his case. I don't think very much. And you know what? It's dumb. It's dumb. Oh, and this guy, Scott, what's his name? The guy with the long hair, who got caught having gay sex.
Pressler or whatever, the one who looks like a woman.
Scott Pressler. Yeah, the guy who got caught having gay sex in the RNC office.
Wait, was that it?
Did you know about that? Yeah.
No, I didn't. No, I'm thinking of something else. There was a video of it, like somebody, a Democratic staffer, getting rammed. This is different. Do you remember this?
That was a Democrat. That was a Democrat in the Congress.
Okay.
This is Scott Pressler who got caught in 2020 having gay sex in the RNC office. So he had to start his own. He had to start his own Republican. Now he's a big influencer. Now he's at the White House, like meeting with Trump and meeting with Lara Trump. And so he flooded in. I think it might be, and he's gonna if Chitterelli does win, he's gonna take credit because this guy claims that he delivered Pennsylvania to Trump in the 2024.
Yeah, I always see him on Twitter. Like we are the ones who registered all the. Like
he's horrible. He tried to get. He launched these social media mobs against anybody who said like something that was like a little bit rude about Charlie Kirk. He kept them fired. Like these low level people, security guards and stuff. He's horrible.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think, but so they those guys came in because New Jersey and Virginia are the only two gubernatorial races in the country, so they had to go somewhere, right? So they had a rally in Wildwood, not Cape May. That's Cape May County. Wildwood for Jack. But there could be an irony in that. I don't know if like outsourcing your get out the vote operation to these social media stooges is really the most efficient use of funds. But they convince these like older Republicans that like they're in tune with the youth, right? And they know all about social media, so therefore they should give them a bunch of money and get out the vote.
Yeah. So I was looking at the so it looks like this woman Cheryl, is that how you pronounce her name? It looks like she's going to win, and Spanbergers looks like it's going to win too. So these good. It's going to be a good. You might be happy if it's a good night for these CIA women.
Well, it's gotten a lot. It's within the margin of error in certain polls in New Jersey. So
prediction markets. You know what prediction market says?
And in 2021, the polls overstated Murphy's margin, so it was a pro-Republican error.
Yeah, I remember this. This was the one COVID restrictions election. You're mentioning that because I remember 2021. That's when Youngkin won, and then that's when New Jersey the Republicans came.
And then remember, in 2024, the two states that trended most Republican overall were New Jersey and New York.
Interesting. Okay, so we'll see. We'll see if this is the start of something. How much did Trump lose New Jersey by?
He only lost it by like 6 points, maybe, which was a historically overperform. It was the best performance by a Republican in New Jersey since 1988 with George H.W. Bush.
Yeah, Trump won.
Trump won outright a county that had voted for Hillary by like 30 points in 2016, Biden in 2020 by like 20 points, something like that.
Wow.
It's an increasingly Latino county, Passaic County. And since Trump overperformed among Latino voters, he ended up winning Passaic County, New Jersey outright, which was amazing.
Interesting. Yeah, so Trump won Arizona by like 5.5 points. So Arizona and New Jersey were about equal distance.
I think Arizona was a little bit closer than that, but yeah,
it says right here. It's 52 to 40. It's let's see. Yeah, no, it's like 5.5 points. It is. I'm looking at it.
Yeah, and New Jersey was what, 6?
Mm-hmm. New Jersey. Let's see here. Do you have any takes on the Virginia gubernatorial election besides the Spanberger thing? Yeah, it's about 6. It's just under 6. You're right.
Yeah. So that's swing state territory for New Jersey.
Mm-hmm.
On Virginia, no, not that. I haven't followed it that closely. I mean, I think Republicans might have had a chance to win if they didn't, for some reason, nominate that lunatic lieutenant governor who, just seems like she lacks emotional control, and I don't know. It's just a bad candidate.
Yeah,
but I guess they figured she's next in line. She's a black woman.
Yeah, but they elected her too. Like, the lieutenant governor runs separately on the race. So they elected her as lieutenant governor first of all, and then
That's true.
they love these black novelty candidates.
In New Jersey, they run on the same ticket. Actually, there was no lieutenant governor in New Jersey since its founding until the mid to the 2010s or the 2000s, because there was a situation where after McGreevey, who I voted for in New Jersey, in Jersey City, because he made a comeback, he was the governor of New Jersey from 2002 to 2004, and he resigned because he announced, "I'm a gay American."
Yes, I remember
there was
that.
A scandal about how he had given a high profile Homeland Security job to his Israeli gay lover.
Imagine if that happened today. Imagine the conspiracies if that happened.
But once he, yeah, exactly. Well, talk about conspiracy. Let's say hypothetically, if Cuomo does win or Zoran loses in New York City, I guarantee you immediately there's going to be claims that Israel interfered in the election.
Yeah, and if Zoran wins, I mean, Elon Musk is
fraud. Yeah.
Elon Musk is already saying that the election is rigged. Did you see he posted the ballot? And he's like, "What's going on here? They're listed multiple times." He just doesn't know anything, and just just says shit.
Well, yeah, because you can vote. Yeah, because you can vote on multiple ballot lines, and that's Elon is stupid.
Yeah.
But yeah, so but in New Jersey, when there was a vacancy in the governorship, right, it then went to this president of the state senate, who was actually my friend in high school's uncle.
Okay.
Richard J. Cody, and he became the governor. But then it took at a certain it was unclear when the acting governor became the governor. Like there was a statutory, I think, time frame or something, but it just became a thing, right? So they finally established a lieutenant governor position, but they run on the same ticket. New Jersey's weird because the governorship is very powerful. So in some states, the governorship is not that powerful, but in New York and New Jersey, the governorship is very powerful. So in New Jersey, it's even more powerful than New York because the governor appoints the attorney general, meaning the attorney general is not independently elected like in Virginia and in New York. So it's a powerful governorship.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, that reminds me.
What take do you have?
I was just saying,
as an observer, what is your take on the mayoral race in New York City from wherever you are, LA?
So I was just gonna say that's another interesting race today. The attorney general in Virginia, the guy who was sending messages. Like I haven't been paying attention to the polls or what's happening there, but it's gonna be funny if he wins. Imagine these freakouts on the right, like they want your children dead, and it's gonna be fun.
There's gonna be a million Charlie Kirks in Arlington. Yeah, everybody in Roanoke is going to be gunned down.
By the way, there was this funny, Curtis Yarvin quit Twitter, but he had a review in The Spectator of one battle after another. Have you seen it?
I haven't seen it yet.
He's like, and so in Yarvin's review, he's like, I estimate it will cause between 1 and 10 deaths through violence, including maybe my own.
Hey, did you guys vote today?
No, but we're going.
Are you going? Who are you voting for?
Mandami.
Really?
Yes.
How come?
To piss everybody off. If nobody likes him, that's what I'm voting for.
Hey, I'm from Jersey City, actually, so I voted in the governor's race there.
Which one?
I voted for Chitterelli.
Oh, Chitterelli?
Yeah.
They say they're going to raise the tax for food.
No, he's the Republican.
I know, but how come they say they're going to raise the 10% of tax?
In New York or New Jersey? Because I guess that's what they say the Democrats going to do because taxes. Are you voting for Mamdani too?
I don't want for nobody.
Nobody. You're for yourself. Okay. Okay. More voter interviews. That one guy.
These guys are these all Jewish?
I don't know what. I think those guys. I don't know what those guys were.
So these Orthodox Jews, do they have thick accents? So the first guy you talked to had an accent. Like, what is that accent? Do they grow up not speaking English?
I'm not sure actually. One guy was definitely just regular English accent, Queen's accent, New York accent. I'm not sure. The other guy might have been Middle Eastern actually. I'm not sure.
The guy with the beard. Orthodox Jews who grew up in New York City, do they speak with an accent?
Yeah. When you heard the guy's accent here, the guy in the garb. Yeah, they have like a New York, they have like a distinctive. It's like a Jewish, distinctively New York accent.
Yeah, because they speak Yiddish. So that's So that's that. That was that. Or he might have been Middle Eastern. You're saying?
No, those guys weren't Hasid. Those guys were not Hasid. That I just talked to you now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go.
Jewish, frankly. That's the thing. Sometimes an Italian guy can seem like a Jewish guy and vice versa.
Mm-hmm. Yep. It's all about the.
But did you? When he said I'm voting for Mamdani, I'm voting. Did you hear the guy said I'm voting for Mamdani because everybody hates him and I want to piss him off?
I heard that. That was good.
And the other guy said
obviously not, because like he's leading by like 20 points. So who's he want to piss off? MAGAs, the Jews. He wants to piss off Jews, basically.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Here, I'm gonna switch the. There they go.
I love this.
Hey, did you guys vote today? Who'd you vote for? Well, Zoran?
17.
All right, they wouldn't tell me. I shouldn't talk to her.
Why did they say 17?
When I said, did you vote today? She said, I'm 17, so I guess she's not eligible to vote.
I thought she was calling you a pedophile. I'm 17. How dare you talk to?
Of course your mind is in the gutter.
That's
why I'm saying. That's why I'm saying. I did not intentionally talk to a 17-year-old girl on the livestream. I thought they were above age.
17. Run.
Yeah, exactly. I'm gonna go interview her about Ghislaine Maxwell.
Yeah, you'll find a new accuser.
Okay, so another rant I have to go on. The thing that makes me most insane about this race is the Cuomo sexual harassment stuff.
Yes, this is your beef now. Yes.
Well, it was I was the one who created the beat in 2021. Okay, because I'm the one who found out that the main accuser. Excuse me, ma'am. Did she vote today? Ask her if she voted. No. Did you, ma'am, did you vote today? Oh, she did. Who did she vote for? Zoran? Ask who she voted for.
I don't know. I don't speak English.
Votar. She doesn't.
Just say Mamdani Cuomo.
Mamdani Cuomo. Oh, she voted for Cuomo. Okay.
Yes, that's a non-English speaking Hispanic, right? That fits demographically.
Okay, that lady voted for Cuomo. See, how good is this?
This is fun. This is man on the street stuff.
Yeah, so I created the Cuomo sexual harassment beat, okay? Because the entire New York City press corps were in uproar at me in 2021 because they accused me of taking leaks from the Cuomo operation. I really wasn't. I found out that the main accuser, this woman, Charlotte Bennett, who's a genuine sociopath, and the ringleader, the one who was working behind the scenes to coordinate accusations, right? So it gave the impression of a snowball effect. She, I found out, had coordinated a PR campaign while she was in college at Hamilton College, the selective liberal arts college in upstate New York, to get a fellow student ousted by fabricating. She had to admit, essentially, that she fabricated sexual assault claims against him and then coordinated with other girls to get him thrown off campus. And then she replicated virtually the same tactic against Cuomo. It was amazing.
Wow. So who was this guy? Why did she want to get rid of him?
Because she was a campus sexual assault activist.
And so she fabricated. Okay, and that now she's doing the same against Cuomo.
And she already did it. And then Zoran. What drove me nuts is that at the final mayoral debate, like a week and a half ago, Zoran brought her along in his entourage. Okay, remember how like Trump brought the Bill Clinton accusers in his entourage?
Yeah, that was fun. Yeah,
and Zoran brings her out and like makes it seem like, and he says that Cuomo's continuing to hound this poor woman who was his victim. Meanwhile, of course, the general public watching this debate has no idea that she's the one who brought litigation against Cuomo. Okay, so she's the one who wanted to quote hound Cuomo in terms of legal process, and then she had to drop her own lawsuit. You know why? Because it was the eve of her deposition finally after over 2 years. exculpatory information to come out showing that she was this chronic like fabricator and sociopath, and that and stuff that came out from her college years. And rather than being confronted with all this exculpatory evidence, she unilaterally and voluntarily dropped her own lawsuit. But then Zoran spins this as somehow her being hounded by Cuomo. So it's just insane. And actually, at the Unheard debate last week, another of the ringleaders, who was also a charlatan, Lindsey Boylan, was there representing the Zoran campaign.
Wow.
So I got in a big fight with her. I had to call her. I had to say she was a disgrace. I stood up and asked a question and told her she was a disgrace.
Good for you. It's amazing. You were listening. They go back and they say, well, there's 11 or 12 or 13 women, and there's stuff like he calls some of them mingle mamas. Mingle mamas. He called
mingle mamas. He said there was a woman who took a selfie with him. That she displayed on her desk. And then once Charlotte, the two sociopaths come out, Charlotte and Lindsay, she then has to do a reinterpretation of the meaning of the photo, and she considers it like sexually predatory. This is a photo she had displayed on her own desk for years because she was so proud of her proximity to Cuomo.
Yeah, and one of them, like, he kissed a woman on the cheek. It's
in public, at like a restaurant. Excuse me, did you guys vote today by any chance?
Yes.
Who'd you vote for? You mind if I ask?
Not for the 5 minutes. That's your damn short.
Is that so? You must have voted for Cuomo. Is that right?
No, voted for
Sliwa.
About New York.
Okay. Why Sliwa versus Cuomo?
Because Cuomo's an asshole. The only reason why he wants to be mayor is because New York City is a target-rich environment, and there's a lot of beautiful women that he's going to.
He's not wrong about that.
You can't the city.
Yeah.
Sliwa. See, you're young. You don't realize. Back in the 70s or the 80s, the city was total shit, even worse than it is now. And Sliwa made it safe to go on the subway.
Yeah, you could go on a subway.
You could feel safe. If you saw a guy with a red beret, you knew it was safe.
Did you see that Trump endorsed Cuomo?
He didn't really endorse.
No, he did.
Well,
he said everybody must vote for Cuomo.
He said it's better to have a bad Democrat than a...
No. He made a new statement last night. He said Cuomo's capable of doing a fantastic job.
No, he's not.
I'm just telling you what Trump said. Don't blame it on me.
No, when during COVID, Cuomo and him had a pissing match. He sent the fucking hospital ship to New York City, and Cuomo let it sit there and didn't use it. How many thousands of lives died because Cuomo was a dick?
Pick it up with Trump. I didn't endorse him.
I'm just saying, because Cuomo's an asshole. He's a miserable rat bastard. He's a burn in hell.
Who do you think's gonna win? Do you think Cuomo's gonna win, or?
Hoping
that enough people turn out for slaves. I really am hoping.
I just saw Curtis actually across the street a few hours ago.
Yeah, this kid when he was married to Melinda Katz.
Yeah.
He used to come over here to Tiger Shulman.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
All right.
He's a neighborhood person.
Yeah. All right. Have a nice day.
It's legit.
Yeah.
It was a fucking upstate.
That's great. You should do this all day.
How good is that?
You should do this all day. Are you?
I know. I do it all day.
Is there like a voting booth or something close to you? Like, is this just a random place? Where are you?
No, I just went to a bagel place.
Mm-hmm.
No, there's not. I mean, there might be a voting.
Find a beautiful woman and see how she voted. Find an attractive, young, professional-looking woman.
School 2 blocks that way.
Oh, there's a school. This guy says there's a school 2 blocks this way. Hey, did
so
you
what?
vote today?
You're what? You're a predator. You're not allowed to be.
Who did you vote for? Who? Oh, Zoran. How come? Come explain.
I born and raised Queens, came back.
Yeah.
Living on my own. Rents a piece. Can I ask if you're recording?
I am. I'm on a live stream now. Do you mind?
Oh yeah, sorry. You just aimed the camera at.
Oh yeah, sorry. I should have told you. No problem. Yeah. We're just asking people who they voted for.
Yeah. No, I saw you chatting before.
Did you get a pizza to celebrate the vote? Can I have a slice? No.
I don't
pizzas.
come around here that much. Just when I.
So you voted for Zoran. Why is Zoran versus Sliwa or Cuomo?
Yeah, I mean Cuomo's out of the question. Guy's a scumbag. I like Curtis. Don't agree with all of his policies.
Mm-hmm.
I think he would stand up to some of the stuff that's coming towards New York City.
Like, even from Trump, or
in terms of.
Did you see Trump endorse Cuomo?
Yeah, I think that's a nail in the coffin. I think there's a lot of people who are on the fence with Cuomo,
Mhm.
and then all right, yeah, he's got the allegations on him. Most people know. Yeah, chances are they're real. And then
What do you mean chances are they're real? Most of them are bullshit. I don't even like Cuomo. The woman who was the ringleader in all this, you know that she tried to accuse somebody she went to college with, and then she had to admit that the accusations were fabricated.
That's crazy.
And then she tried to keep that covered up because she sued Cuomo, right? She sued Cuomo. He didn't sue her.
We get a ring of 12 other people to agree.
Yeah,
with it?
but
That doesn't sound.
Yeah, but I'm not agree with her.
Or
The cop was saying, "Oh, we took a selfie with him and he touched our waists." Give me a break.
Yeah.
People are
Yeah,
way too
you convinced the guy.
people are way too credulous about those accusations. You don't have to like Cuomo.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
So
Even if we want to go inside that, yeah, I don't.
But you have plenty of other critiques beyond that. That's fine.
Yeah.
But I'm saying you got to look a little bit more rationally at those particular allegations because they were all very opportunistic. One of the women who started, she was a politician herself.
I don't think there's an opportunity. When it comes to coming forth with an accusation on someone.
What do you mean? This woman was running for elected office, Lindsay Boylan. Look her up. She was trying to become Manhattan Borough president. She thought she was going to get a PR boost by accusing Cuomo.
Your entire regard on the internet is like, oh no, that's the person who Cuomo was feeling up. At the end of the day,
Charlotte Bennett, she's now everybody tells her as a hero. Zoran trotted her out at the last debate, and he totally misrepresented the circumstances of the accusations. Again, I'm in favor. If you want to critique Cuomo, not vote for him, oppose him, that's fine. But I just don't like the misrepresentation and the distortions because people get the wrong idea.
I think, well, at the end of the day, what we're both saying is that we see distortions from each other's perspective.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna go back and forth. Oh yeah, it's a.
How old are you?
Yes, it is an allegation. I'm 26 years old.
Okay. You think most of your friends or people you know are also voting Zoran probably?
That I grew up with in this neighborhood, not a chance.
Oh really? Because this is more Republican area, right?
It's a very conservative neighborhood. I know, my family's very majority, very strongly opposed to Cuomo. So now they're
opposed to Mamdani or opposed to Cuomo? Both. Okay.
So they're very pro to. At the end of
Are they mad at you that you voted for Zoran? They don't care.
At the end of the day, we each have one vote.
Yeah.
I'd rather they express blame the system for not giving them the voice.
Yeah.
Yeah. I let them vote as they. I'm not gonna try and argue.
No. I'm not saying they're going to prevent you from voting. I'm just curious if they are, annoyed by you voting for Zoran. Because they probably think he's a communist or whatever, right?
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, like you were saying, there's a lot of distortion in how we want to paint perspectives on candidates. It's impossible to say, okay, this candidate is a communist, but they're also a socialist, but they're also a rich capitalist who is bankrolling from mom and dad.
He wants to destroy Israel.
Yeah, why? And getting into the foreign policy of it all doesn't really.
First of all, when did New York City have a foreign policy? Since when does New York City have a foreign policy?
Seems to me. I mean, we should.
That's what the big issue of this whole campaign. You think he was like the commander in chief of the U.S. military or something?
I understand with the United Nations building. Yeah, there is a level of foreign presence.
Excuse me. Did you guys vote today by any chance?
We did. I did.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Do you mind if I ask who you voted for?
Mamdani.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
There you go. Okay.
Great day, miss.
That's 2 Mamdanis. Who do you think is going to win? Do you think he's going to win?
I mean, it would be very difficult to picture Cuomo coming out of this with the win.
And he got the last minute Trump boost.
I don't see the Trump boost. Midas touch, things can look like they're turning to gold, but they're also a lot heavier to carry. Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to provide any momentum.
All right. Do you want to give a shout out to any of your social media or anything while you're on here? Or
I don't need a personal shout out. What I will say is, my friends, if you're here in New York City, especially if you moved here, born and raised here, make sure you are partaking in your community. Make sure you're supporting your local community however you can.
Very wholesome message.
There's a community garden about 3 blocks this way.
Okay.
Compost Collective.
All right.
Stone Boulevard. We got chickens there.
Oh, really? Maybe I'll go. Maybe I'll visit. A lot of Zoran voters in the compost chicken coop, bro.
A lot of
Ask him what's on his pizza.
conservatives, especially at the garden over
Do
here.
you get toppings on your pizza or just plain?
I got a sfingioni slice.
What is this Finjoni slice?
It's like sardines, onions.
Oh, wow.
So
My kind of guy.
I grew up coming to this place all the time.
Yeah. I just got a bagel from this place. It was pretty good.
Yeah. No, their bagels are good.
Not that I should be having so many bagels, but
Hey, we live our life.
Yeah,
Yeah, and then I just got a eggplant rollatini.
all right, cool.
Chilling out here.
All right, well, good chatting with you. What's your name?
Pleasure to meet you. Chris.
All right, I'm Mike.
Mike, pleasure
Yeah.
to meet you.
All right, take care.
Take care.
I can't believe he let his pizza, his calzone or whatever it is, get cold.
See, that's what I'm saying. Like, if people are always intimidated, if I can't talk to people, I can't ask them who they voted for. They're going to get mad. I mean, some people don't want to talk, but most of the time, they're pretty amiable.
Yeah, maybe New Yorkers are more outgoing than a lot of other people. Seems like it draws to the city of extroverts.
I mean, how many characters have we seen already? I'm just sitting in the outdoor sitting area of this one bagel place.
Yeah, they see that woman. They didn't want to believe it about Trump. They couldn't believe it.
I know. They thought they're trying to blame me.
Fun. Find a good looking woman. You haven't found a good looking woman. Usually, you're on the lookout for those.
What are you trying to say? Will you shut up? Oh, here comes one. Excuse me, ma'am. Did you vote today by any chance? Who are you voting for? Can I ask?
Not Mandami.
So you either got Cuomo or Sliwa. You're going to go for Sliwa?
I'm a Republican.
Right.
Afraid that my vote for Sliwa counts towards Mandami.
Did you see Trump endorse Cuomo last night?
She thinks the election is stolen.
Does Trump endorse it? Since you're a Republican, right? Does Trump endorsing Sliwa, do you take that seriously? Do you take it into account at all? No, I'm sorry. Did Trump endorse Cuomo? My mistake. I mean, do you does that affect you? Does that influence you at all? Okay.
It's just thinking.
Right. Since the idea is that Cuomo is the only one who's viable to beat Mamdani. So therefore you got to hold your nose and vote for him.
I would definitely not vote for Mandami.
No, I'm saying Cuomo is the only option to beat Mamdani. So even if you don't like Cuomo, you got to hold your nose and vote for Cuomo. So that's I'm from Jersey City, actually. I voted Republican in the gubernatorial race. Generally, yeah. I don't like that Mikey woman.
But New York is a Democratic state, no matter what.
Well, Pataki won not that long ago. Didn't he? He was That's right. 2002 as the last time, yeah. Well, you have Bloomberg was a Republican. I never liked him either. Okay. Did you ever think you would be in a position where you had to vote for Cuomo?
No, I did not.
It's weird, right?
Last Monday.
Right. Right. I've talked to a million people like you. Like Staten Island here, other places where they're like, oh my God, I can't believe I have to vote for Cuomo. Yeah. Right.
This is the shit that we get.
There you go.
Why do you have a domestic violence dispute? I'm going to call a social one.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Tell me that makes sense.
Yeah. And Cuomo says, he wants to hire more cops. Who knows if he'll do it, but.
He's just going to say whatever the opposite is of the other one that's it.
Right.
We're screwed no matter what.
All right. Godspeed when you go into the booth later, okay?
What is she coming out of? Is she coming out of a store or something? What's in the bag?
Yeah. I just told you I was at this bagel store. It's like a cafe, so she was just in the bagel store.
Yeah. Okay. Anyways, Michael, you want to keep doing this? You can. I think I'm gonna go and do some work.
This is work. I'm doing the work.
No, you can do work. You have a job. I have my own job, so we can part ways here.
Okay.
But
well, I hope people did. Can the commenters say if they enjoyed that? Do they enjoy the man on the street interviews?
I'm sure they did. Anyways, I'll post. I'll post this later.
Okay.
What are you gonna do with this video? Post it
now. Post it now.
Yeah, I'm gonna post it as soon as I can, but I want to make it paid. Do you have any? You care?
I don't want the man on the street videos paid.
You want this? You want me to just post it on Twitter?
Just make this one free. Do you mind?
I'll put it on Twitter. Everything's free on Twitter. If it's gonna be free, I don't want it to clog my Substack. I'll do it on Twitter then.
Okay. Whatever you want to do.
All right,
I don't
Michael.
care.
Later.
All right. Talk to you later.